Okay, thank you. This is, I go like that. Okay. Okay. We will try to be practical, and all the materials here are compatible with the student skills and needs and all the, with this idea we developed this module. Okay, so it's very easy from this material to create level plans for students. So of course the exams are simple. There are no complexity in the exams, but I think that they are nice examples with gamified characteristics. So the structure is some definitions and about the framework, about our framework. As introduction, we are going to discuss a little the notion of data sets, that it is very important. Maria will present a very nice idea of digital assistant in classroom. After, we are going to play with image, with recognition of our faces. And final, Kyriakos has a very nice collection of 11 tools that he will present to us, and we are going, if you want, to play with these tools. Very nice. Okay, so you know that our initial reference, our main references are Digicomp 2.2. This is the new one, digital, it is very new, and the Digicomp KA2. There are some differences. This is because this is dedicated to teachers, and this is general. I think that this generality is something that we need to specify, that it is also competences for students and also in general for learners, not for teachers or for students explicitly. So I think this model is more general. So we have the task to, if we want to have a competence model for students, we must be more careful, because we of course we developed, this is our model, you know this very well, this is our model, because this model is developed for a teacher, but we have, if we exclude something about teaching and teachers. So I think that this model is compatible for students also. So my suggestion is that for all our modules, and the 9 modules, we must have this table at the initial of our presentation, because we have the objectives. There are the objectives that all together we develop these objectives all together. So for this presentation, I do this bold or with color. There is 5 objectives, 5 descriptions related to this presentation. The first is to be able, the teacher or the student, to the teacher, but here is for the teachers, okay, to be able to structure digital content and make available different formats and different media. This is very important, because we are dealing with data. To share resources to media, use open license and open educational resources. Always, Mr. Makridis asked, is it free? Is it free? All the material must be free. To create or co-create, between teacher with teachers, teacher with students, students with students, new digital educational resources. Okay, to process this material for retrieving information, and to turn ideas into action, designing, planning, implementing, and evaluating. This is for teachers, of course. So I think that After this module, we can do this. We can achieve these objectives. So I like very much this AI literacy taxonomy. This is the reference here. So, of course, this is a methodology. It's very the domain widespread. Okay, and for this module, we are going to focus on these three things: use information in new situations, because we have new situations, draw connections among ideas. We must share all together ideas about this and justify a stand or a decision for all these things. Okay, if you achieve this and that, this module is okay, it's well structured and well designed and well implemented. So, data sets are very important at the IA machine learning. I don't want to do an academic about data data set, but data set, it is not a simple idea to construct a data set. It's very difficult. So we can here we can see something ideas about this. You can a full data set must be a training set, a testing set, after a new training set, a validation set, and a testing set. You have a lot of evaluation for these data sets. Of course, the most simple definition of a data set is a collection of data that is treated as a single unit by a computer. So, what are the types of data sets? What means data set? Okay, of course, we have text, we have speech, we have questions in the machine, we have images, photos, figures, and all these things, comics, faces, our faces, gestures, emotions. We have, of course, numbers, database, fields, and all these things. We have units and math expressions. This is very important. I think that this we forget this sometimes. So, sounds, melodies, song, voices, and tweets, not the Twitter tweets, the tweets of the birds. Okay, and of course, video and motions and facts. I don't know what this is, but this includes many things. So, for the purpose of this module, we will focus on speech and questions, which is Maria's Alexa project. Photos, comics. Comics is an idea about how difficult it is to construct a data set. Faces and emotion. This is our activity that is developed by our colleague Leonis. And finally, of course, we can see math expressions. Kyriakos, we will present some about this. And this is the example. I like very much this example because it is the creation of cartoon emotions. Look here, some researchers do the following: try to build a data set with animations of Tom and Jerry, a known comic. So these emotions try to have 4 kinds of emotion: happy, angry, sad, and surprise. And there is a very difficult process to obtain this. You can look here. This is a very complicated system. And finally, after all the success, after the data collection, after the using deep neural network that Eleni will share some initial ideas about this, we have this and we have this. We can have these data sets and we can recognize from original video, from new, this like of characters. Okay, this is the idea. I think it is very simple, this idea, for students. Okay, and I like very much this initiative. So I want to do our first activity. In our Padlet, if you have opened our Padlet, there are two data sets, two big data sets, with many data, with thousands, millions of data. The first is the well-known Coco Explorer, and the second is bird sound. Trying to play with this, to search, and if you want, we can discuss how we can use it in our classroom. Okay, we can work in groups. Okay, if you want 3 or 2 or okay, and you can ask anything. I can do the click here. How I do click from here. I suppose to go to the. Θέλω να κάνω κλικ. Δεν βγαίνει το mouse εδώ. Escape. Ναι. Ναι, το touchpad κάνω, αλλά δεν βλέπω να κουνιέται το ποντίκι εδώ.
You can also use this as a mouse.
Okay, nice. Oh, okay.
There you go.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. This is this one. Okay. Okay. Here we have
Did you share the screen or share the?
I share the screen.
I cannot. Yes.
This one we want to share, right?
This one and all the and the links also.
Just move it. like this.
Okay, okay, nice. Okay. Okay, here is the Coco Explore. We can go there at the data set, explore, and here is if we want to search by search. So if you want to find cats in our photos, and if you do this, so we can show the original file there, and after the cat or other things. So I can do this. No. Κουνιέται, κάτσε να δω. Τι θέλω να κάνω, θέλω να ανέβω πιο πάνω, Μαρία μου.
Κοίτα την οθόνη στην άλλη.
Να κοιτάω την άλλη την οθόνη, οκ. Γιατί κοιτάω εδώ, το ίδιο είναι. Οκ. So, δεν πάει εδώ. This is not... Okay.
So we must open the first data set. Coco Explorer.
Coco Explorer,
Okay.
yes. And try to search and try to look the differences between the photos and try to have combinations about the data sets. If I select 3 animals here, I have only 7 results. If I have a cat, a dog, and a bird. Look here. Do you think that this idea can be useful to students?
If it's incorporated in a structured, well structured lesson plan, learning plan, or whatever you say, yes, it would be useful. If a teacher just present this like an activity one day and the children will be happy and they will play a little around. No, but if a teacher incorporates this activity in a well-structured 3 or 4 or 5 or semester week with a certain goal, it's very nice, in my opinion.
If I may, I think it might be very interesting because you can download data sets with the text because the images are labeled, like if you go there.
Yes.
Yeah, that's important as well because we have this description, so you can do different data science or machine learning tasks. You can do image classification, segmentation. You can do these labels for images based on this. So I think I didn't know it.
Yes.
And this way, it can work in an interdisciplinary mode. Maybe.
Yeah, and you can use it just to show what segmentation or object classification is, or you can download the dataset, which I think you can do, and actually do the actual tasks with the dataset.
And also you can see certain limitations, right? Because if you go to the third photo,
Here.
yes. No.
The third.
This is the first one.
The first photo, yes.
And then
this is the second.
Third one.
And I go
you
to.
You can see here that the algorithm classified one of the animals as both a dog and a cat. Which might prove useful. If you hover your mouse over the dog, you will see that the red.
Yes.
The
very nice.
On top.
Yes. On top here.
Yes, you can see that it's a cat, and then once you go to the dog, you can see that it's also classified as a dog.
Okay. So this can cause discussion in the classroom. Okay, thank you very much. It's very nice observation. Have noted this. Okay, so it is very nice. Okay, and of course, these ideas are also very important because using this idea we can describe with a very short way the image. Okay, I think this it is nice, and we can students can bring their own photos with not only with a cat or with multiple things inside in the photo, and so they try to discuss to write the corresponding small text about this photo. So we have a lot of things to do with a data set. Yes.
You can also begin this activity or introduce this activity in class with the example of this high resolution photo. I don't remember the case exactly, where the AI system would count from the pixels the number of the extinguished animals in a certain area. So you may start the lesson with this example of how AI can really count the population of an animal which is in a in a very bad, extinguishing mode.
Yes, 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 yes. Nice, nice, very nice. Okay, so I think that imagination, and if the students experiment with these, we can find also other ideas that students pose to us. Okay, okay, we can go to the second data set now, the bird sound. Ah, yes.
I refer to this example because I think that it's really important to set a goal from the beginning. Why I'm using this AI tool? What's the learning objective I would like to work with my students? I think that this is it's crucial in order this to be successful in class.
Okay, okay. Here is another that is little bit experiment. No, here it is. I can open this one. Of course, we can try the video. I don't want to show you the video. I try to. Oh, what is this?
Hey,
No, no,
hi,
no, no.
I'm Manny.
Hi, I'm Jessie from the Cornell Lab for Mythology.
This is an experiment we made that uses machine learning.
Okay, sorry, because I must do. I have a problem with the pointer. There's no pointer. I have.
You want to stop the video, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Close the video, yes.
Okay, and
Yes,
this is
and
the
okay,
experiment
explore,
phase.
yes, yes, okay. Okay, here is the experiment. Okay, look here. You can do a click. Okay, this is a very big database. Okay. We can have a lot of birds here, and of course we can search. Do you have an idea? A duck? Not duck. Πώς λέγεται το αηδόνι? Owl. Η κουκβάγια. What is? This is. Okay. What do you think about this?
For the sound
Yes, about the sound.
of the tool.
Of the tool using sounds.
Yeah,
It
it's
could be
nice.
motivated. It can motivate students
I'm
Please
not
tell
sure
us
if it is advanced, what I'm going to say about the sounds, but maybe it's advanced.
Okay.
Okay, you can display, you can give examples. I have in my mind, recently we do taps right now. So, for example, a doctor, very experienced doctor, can distinguish pneumonia, asthma, and so on. And if you put these sounds over there, they cannot distinguish. And then you can say that if you train it well, they can distinguish. I don't know if it's too advanced. But also with with animals, it's more basic, it's more straightforward.
There is a game in the radio sector where they play the sound. They have to guess
What?
how it's produced. And then you win a prize. It can be done also in a class.
Yeah.
I mean, play sounds and then you say, okay, is this sound can on a table, for example, what is it? But you have to create this sound. Or maybe they are already there.
There is also in Romanian, there are a lot of contests. They give you words so if you identify the sound. But I think the question to the students may be, what if you can combine these sounds in a manner which you create melody?
Melody. Yes.
That will be a good question to open a debate about using artificial intelligence in music.
Okay, this is something that Kyriakos can present, I think. There is an AI tool about this, a composer about this. So, yes.
I think it's very useful because when people think of data sets, they usually think of tables with data. And this is a sort of different thing that they can see, and it's still a data set, even though it's composed of sounds. In the end of the day, it's still data, just in the form of a sound. And I think it gives a good perspective over what data may be, not just text or columns or an Excel table, but also something like that.
And the visualization is very nice with the.
For artificial intelligence, in this case, for me, would be to make a sound and then report it on my machine, then run it through some software to tell me what it is.
Okay, this is the next idea to
Visual of sound.
students can go to the forest or to near the park and try to record the sound back, return back and so on. Okay, I think we can go.
There are mixing techniques, and many musicians they are looking for sounds from different areas in the world, not only from the forests, but also sounds of the ethnic groups and old songs, and they are combining them into a mixing technique, which is I will discuss it in my presentation.
I was in a party and there was a single music player and singer. He was having some machines there. And then he explained, because when he was singing, there was a second voice of the female. Right?
Να το κάνουμε σε πιάσα γυμνάστημα, έτσι. Να το κάνουμε έτσι.
A female voice of what he was singing.
Τώρα κατέβηκε.
But what I am trying to say is that giving examples about the music, it's very powerful emotionally for the students.
I'm not, I cannot.
Because they will immediately understand the state and the possibility to.
It's too complicated as a
So
mouse.
if you are giving examples in other
You're very
areas,
experienced
like
about this one.
science, you lose them in the class, but if you are giving a music, examples of artificial intelligence music that are playing, you can win your side.
Okay.
The students.
On the first slide, right? Or
They will
where?
buy it
Here?
more. It's,
No.
No,
very,
first
here. Very
Here,
okay.
and now I'm going to the next one.
With the right button.
An application to recognize the sound from the movie, Shazam.
Yes. You remember about Napstar case, which is peer-to-peer. First, but they collapsed they went bankrupt. So they're using artificial intelligence in the first moment. They're youngsters.
Okay, so, as you pointed out before, the thing always is the learning objective. So whatever the tool is, there has to be a learning objective in class. It doesn't matter how state of the art is the tool. When we try to design something for a classroom, for a team of students and educators, we have to design a solid learning objective and the lesson plan to achieve the goals of the learning objective. So, in our school, we are trying to convince our colleagues, our educators, to use AI tools. As we discussed in the break, during the break, there's always a resistance from educators when they are not ICT teachers, and sometimes we have also strong resistance from ICT teachers because they are overloaded with projects for other colleagues. So, in our team, in collaboration with Jan's team, we introduced a very common tool in class, which is a simple digital assistant, virtual assistant, use whatever you like, in order to convince our colleagues that, okay, you don't have to code, you don't have to deal with very complicated systems, you just need to use what you need to your cell phone every day, a digital assistant in class. So we implemented a pilot case with a head of foreign languages director, and we brought in class a digital assistant. But let's start from to clarify some things. We started many years ago in the 80s talking for human and computer interaction, as it was defined by Cartnell and Moran. And then we had to define human and machine communication, not interaction. But in fact, do we have communication with machines now? No. We have a form of communication, because we will have communication with machines when the machines, the artificial intelligence, will have in a few years consciousness, self-awareness. Now the machine is learning, the machine can process data sets or whatever, but the machine now, but maybe in a few years, will have self-awareness, consciousness. Then we can talk about communication. Now we have forms of communication. So we introduced in our class for a pilot project a virtual assistant, a digital assistant, in order to examine how this form of communication, human to machine, can foster our learning objectives, which are our learning objectives for the first year of the high school, to learn English in a way they can obtain the EFC certification. So, why a virtual assistant? For educators, I explained before, because it's a tool they can use every day. They don't need to code something, or there's no special effort with ICT skills. For students, because our students use digital assistants every day. I don't know if you have children. If you have noticed, when they search for in the internet, if they write it down or say movable by device or into their computer. In our case, most of our students they speak to their devices. So a digital assistant, a virtual assistant, Siri, Cortana, Google Assistant, Alexa, it's very common among them. So we decided with Crisanti, our colleague of the EFL department, we decided to introduce an Alexa officially in the class and tell them, now we have a guest, a new friend in class, in order to help us achieve our learning objectives. So we have to teach terminology about caves today. We will have a partner with us, which is Alexa, and she will help us and to learn better about the terminology of caves. Students were surprised, very surprised, I would say. They didn't expect that their teacher would bring something which is usually prohibited in school in class. So they changed their behavior towards the Alexa. They usually use Alexa in a way very, with argot and the common language, and they started being polite, asking Alexa, how is he feeling? Are you feeling today? Asking her permission to go out. The teacher was there, but they were asking Alexa, and Alexa was answering. Alexa, because we have set the timer, Alexa was telling them, I'm not sure it's time to go out since you started 10 minutes ago the lesson. So we found out with this pilot
Change when the children
13 years old, first grade of high school. Why we like this a lot and we decided to bring it here today? Because it's a tool that every student knows very well. It's measurable. You can have data and see what is happening around and what you can do with Alexa. It's value for money for a school project because everybody has a digital assistant somewhere around. It's easy to use even without IT background. It's very attractive to students and it's very easy to design sustainability projects because the project for this year is that the digital assistant in this class will be their assistant to be more energy efficient with the lights, with the energy from the devices in class. So the kids will have a dashboard measuring the efficiency, the energy efficiency in their class. So the data collection of a virtual or digital assistant is something we can have very easily in our hands, and we can construct learning paths and learning lesson plans with our students, because we also saw that the children would like to self-regulate their learning and have many ideas about the way they would use Alexa in class. So here are some details about the design for this pilot lesson last year. Our basic findings from this pilot lesson, you can see them here we send them questionnaires, we observe them, and collect qualitative data, and also we use Alexa archives. Children, the students, the first days were competing Alexa. They were trying to find mistakes. They were challenging Alexa. And as I told you before, we found out that they became very polite. And I think that this is mostly because we told them and they saw it, that if you're not for being polite with the machine will learn to be like you. So, some questions to Alexa. How old are you, Alexa? Do you have brothers or sisters? Are you envy of Google Assistant? Do you believe that Google Assistant is better than you? When is your birthday? Can you count the grains of sand on Earth? How many stars are there in the universe? Do you believe in God? I have thousands of questions which are very nice. And these questions where the students were asking Alexa during a certain period of the class hour, because we used Alexa in a structured way to learn about the terminology of games in English, and we said at the beginning of the lesson that at the end, the last 10 minutes, you will have the opportunity to ask Alexa whatever you like. We believe that you can very easily design collaborative lesson plans, interdisciplinary lesson plans. We believe that there's a huge opportunity there to design energy efficiency projects with the use of a digital assistant. It's very easy to do it. And I think we should teach her more Greek because she's not very good in Greek. So we have to teach her Greek language. That's me. Do you want to ask me something about the experience? We can share with you, Yanni, some sample lessons plans with the EFL teacher, but we can also construct new lesson learning.
This is the thing that we are going. Yes.
Not just a question
Yes.
about your. How do you choose the class in which you this activity? How many students are in the class?
We choose this class because, as you see there, Alexa is not very good in Greek. So we wanted to design a lesson plan with the EFL teacher because it's easier for us to ask Alexa terminology and pronunciation challenges in order the children to increase their ability to pronounce difficult words in a proper way, because Alexa does not understand if I'm saying something in a wrong way, if I am not pronouncing it well. So we decided to start with the English classroom, but we think that this year we can we can collaborate with other teachers.
How many students there were in the class?
23. And they were all motivated. To the questionnaire we ran, we saw that all of them were said they like or they are very happy with Alexa in class. We didn't have answers like, I'm not sure, or, but it's a small sample, it's only 33. Very, very interesting approach. Well done. You applied. So I wanted to ask, first of all, is there some kind of recording of the process? Due to the GDPR issues, we didn't record the children, but we have the archives of Alexa, where there are some recordings of the children asking her things. Okay, so this is the second question, but it's a very sensitive topic, especially when it comes to children. Is that what Alexa records some of your? You can choose if you will. You can choose. So then perhaps this also has a framework, right? A framework for personal rights and with the parents. Yes, we send a form to parents to sign if they agree or not, because there's another topic here. Alexa is open to the world. There's no firewall like the laptops and the school devices. So it's not a device you can leave there alone on the desk and go away. The teacher should be always there when Alexa is around. Yeah. So yeah, that's what happens.
Okay. We can go now. Due to limitation of time, we are going to play only with one of these. We can play with the other.
We had Alexa here to play, but we don't have time.
Yes, we have here the tablet with Alexa.
But it's okay.
Okay. Face recognition, you know about face recognition. Okay, we can try to click to this URL and to upload one photo from our computer and to see the result. So we do this. This is the interface here. It is not a very new site. It's about 3 or 4 years old, and but it is nice because there are a lot of things that we can do with it. So if you want, you can try to upload the photo. You can go at the menu. There is a demo. If you click at this, there is a demo. If you want to play, it is at the Padlet. The link, all the links are at the Padlet. So we can go at the. I will see. I'll try to see this here. At the Padlet, where is the Padlet? The Padlet is here. Yes. Now I must do this.
Yes.
Like this, like this. No, to cut. Okay. Okay. Here is. What this is? Beta face happy. Okay, beta face happy. And try to upload the photo.
Go all the way to the left to get to the other side.
Oh.
Yes. Now,
Oh, okay, like this. Okay. And look here our photo. Do you remember this photo? This is from our virtual. So machine try this system try to recognize what is photo here. Can you think something about this? Machine can recognize all the photos. There are 1 or 2 or 3 photos that it can not be recognized, or no? So if you upload this photo, the machine can recognize all the photo except this one. It cannot recognize, cannot this. And when you recognize a photo, you can, this is the recognize thing, and you can go to one face, here the face of Daphne, and you can try a lot of things there. You can try to search, there are something about information, age, 22. Are you 22?
I'm 28, but it's only 60%.
Okay, and other characteristics there. And of course, we can play with compare faces and with celebrities if your face is like a celebrity, or we can upload a photo of a celebrity. You can upload anything. You can put celebrities there, and they can recognize the celebrities. You can put your photo if you are Mr. Macri, if you are a celebrity person. I think you must upload.
But what would be interesting is to show to women, sorry for saying, before and after photos, whether they are recognized to be the same person.
Yes. Okay, so as you understand, we have a lot of things that we can play here. Okay. Okay, this is the activity, and the other activity is there is a very nice site. I don't know if you know this site. It is a site for developers. So they have a lot of you can use their API and their programs to your application. So there are a lot of things there, and also there are. I can.
There is an app also to recognize trees.
What? So you can try. You can try this. There are mobile apps for Android and for iPhone. This is the reason that I asked you about this, and you can try one of these photos, and we have here. I will try to play a little. I go to my here. Maria. Tap on the screen and write your name. If there, your name. Oh. No, I think I have no connection here. Oh, there is no connection. Okay, we can try, and you can. The application can recognize a lot of faces, and after, if you are in front of the camera, it tells that you are you, Nick or Maria, or this is the idea. It's simple, but it is efficient. Okay. Okay. I will go to camera. Yes. Yes, of course. This catalog, the catalogs are, of course, at the Padlet. We have all these here at the Padlet. We are going to put also other things there, the Padlets and ideas. And okay, we can go. Okay, this is the applications. We can use this. Okay, this is how it works. You come the camera in front of your face, you tap, you give your name, and after it can recognize this name. Okay.
This guy is a member of my team.
Okay. I don't know if you know the Google app Lens. The Google. Do you? Okay. You scan. Lens is a very nice. We are using Lens in our lessons because we can scan a photo, we can scan a plant, an animal, and anything. A plant you can scan with Lens and give an explanation about your image. Okay, so I think we have time, Kyriakos, to play.
We don't have to, actually. So I will not bother with that much.
We start.
I just collected a few tools and presented it in our presentation.
Sorry, all these are at the Padlet, all these tools, okay?
And in our presentation, in each slide, there is the name of the app. It's the link there to the official website. The video presenting the app, and also a few words about the app. So you can see it by yourself. For example, this is PhotoMath. You can just use your telephone to take a photo of a question, of an exercise or a math problem, and then you have the solution. You can see the video.
Okay.
It recognizes handwriting also. And here are the steps to find it can solve more advanced problems, not only this. And the next one is a similar one.
Πάει με τα βελάκια. Όχι. Κάτσε να κάνω μάλλον αυτό. No. Assistant.
And if you click, now it should work.
I click here.
Yes.
Is it share with sound, by the way?
I think so.
Stop it.
We're not muted, so
Whether you share the screen with the sound.
I don't know, not sure.
Stop share and share again to see this.
When my daughter will find out that this tool exists, she will tell me that there is no need to learn.
There is a better one. There is an even better one. So
Yes, it is with computer audio, so it's fine, I think.
how they go forward and how they go back.
With
Ah.
this one goes, it will go to the next slide, and this one, the left goes to the previous slide.
Okay. So the question is, if the students find out about this, what do we do? Maybe you have to change what our teaching, what we are teaching, and focus somewhere else, problem solving, not just algorithms.
Yes, mathematician. So
Yes.
Yeah.
All the maths we teach in our schools in algebra or trigonometry or so on, we can solve them by taking a photo nowadays. Yes, until the end of school, the secondary school. So we have to change what we are teaching, maybe problem solving, explaining more. This is, I think, the way in the future.
And it is more creative.
Yes, we can use these tools to help us solve a problem, but to solve a problem, you have to write down, to understand the problem, and write down the equations and then try to solve
And
the
this is
problem.
why traditional learning should never
Yes.
be
But I remember that once Einstein was asked about his relation with the mathematics, and he told that he had a bumpy relation with the mathematics because he didn't was a performer. He was intuition helped him to understand the physics and to discover that maybe the space is related to time, and he understood the physics. And then he went to the mathematical construction, architecture, in order to prove it. So that is the creative mind of Einstein, actually. And he was saying that imagination is the starting point of everything.
Yeah, mathematics exists without the physics, but not
Yes.
This one is another similar app. For me, this is better. And for more advanced problems, mathematics and physics and mechanics and chemistry, I think. You can solve from your phone, and there is also the website. And you can, if you make a free account, you can save the problems that you have scanned and present it to your students. We can solve something on the board, and then let me check if you are incorrect or check your answers. And step by step, you can see all the steps until the end. This is very good. Also, the next one. Wolfram Alpha. This is something else. It's a computational knowledge engine. It says. It's not like Google because it has a computation as when the result. Let me see. Let me show the video. It explains the difference between Google and.
Wolfram Alpha is an amazing new tool that's available on the web. It's not a search engine. It's a computational knowledge engine. What does that mean? Well, imagine if you could collect the world's knowledge, things like facts, measurements, equations, history, trends, and calculations, and store them in a big box that's plugged into a brainy supercomputer. That's Wolfram Alpha. It combines knowledge with computational power to give you answers about nearly anything and everything you want to know. When you want to find out about something, such as the nutritional content of your breakfast, Wolfram Alpha is smart enough to understand what you're trying to figure out, and it uses its knowledge to compute the results. Whether you're trying to crack a crossword puzzle, discover scientific facts, or solve an advanced mathematical equation,
it also solves maths, chemistry, physics, mechanics.
Whenever you need them. That's Wolfram Alpha in a nutshell. But you might be wondering, how is Wolfram Alpha different from Google? Well, Google searches the web, seeking out web pages that relate to what you typed. From there, for the most part, it's your job to find the information you need. Wolfram Alpha is different. It doesn't search for web pages. Instead, it computes exact answers using its vast and ever-expanding collection of knowledge and allows you to discover so much more.
Okay, this is Wolfram Alpha.
I think
us the link.
Wolfram. Wolfram Alpha. If you search Wolfram Alpha.
So are they able to read the problem and so the physics problem?
Yes.
I think this Wolfram Alpha is more inductive.
I didn't need it so far because I could solve anything.
It's you know Mathematica, you know Mathematica. You know Mathematica. It's I think it's the same company, yes.
It's yeah.
I think it was making Waterloo University. This one.
Next one.
No.
Waterloo University has the biggest mathematics.
Not.
Κάτι θέλει να γίνει. Για να κάνει κλικ εδώ πέρα. Κάνε κλικ πάνω στην οθόνη, λέει. Για να πάει. Μπράβο, οκ. Και τώρα πας. Μαθαίνω γρήγορα.
Okay. This is an app that you can scan plants, birds, and it recognizes and gives you details about all of this. You can scan. You can see also the video. It's short videos, 1 minute. Okay, let's go on. Verse by verse. Another app that helps you write poems. You just write a few words, a few lines, and then it helps you write a poem. Let's see.
Writing poetry is not always easy or fun, but the new website Verse by Verse by Google Research will use the magic of artificial intelligence to automatically generate a poem written in the style of some of the most famous poets of all time. Here's how it works. First, access Verse by Verse
For English teachers, this is very good.
And click the button to begin. Select up to 3 spots for inspiration. If you don't know who some of these are, you can learn more about each poet by clicking on the photo. Once you've made your selection, choose the format for your poem. Then type your poem's first line. What you write on the first line.
Only the first line, and then it helps you write the poem.
Here. You can continually refresh until you found lines that you like.
Give you suggestions here, and you choose for to go further.
Just click to add a new verse.
Okay.
Type your line or use one from one of our poets.
And this is similar to write music. You can also write music with these tools. The next one, Socratic. This is a new tool by Google, I think. You can scan anything, any problem, and it gives you some solutions or links or something to study. It's in the first steps, I think. It's now being developed. Just scan the question and give you the answer. and explains how you can calculate the answer and find the similar questions or activities.
This is why we shouldn't have exams. And the exams should be interaction in the classroom with a lot of
Yes, discussion, explaining.
project-based learning.
Yes.
Create something at the end of the.
Very useful for project-based learning.
Actually, one for the problem during the pandemic was some language and necessarily not with the math teacher. So she told me, I found out from or that usually have very low grades using Pokemon, but then I told him, okay, I didn't explain anything, so it's still a bad grade. From home, they can do whatever they want.
That's true, because the teacher knows what he or she has.
Teacher was says they create.
Yes, not she's bad, she's a mathematician, no creativity.
What do you mean?
What do you mean no creativity? No, she's the old.
This is the insult for. We're mathematicians, so it's insult.
I have only three last ones, but these are paid platforms. The others were free. These are paid platforms that helps teachers and students with their assessment. This one, and the next one is helps teaching and what the students learn or need to learn more. I don't know if we can develop our ITs here, if we can develop something similar in a free base, in other project maybe.
We will wait to be.
Okay, you can see the video yourselves.
Okay.
Thank you.
And the final. And yeah.
Yeah.
We have no, I think we have 3 minutes for closing. We have no conclusions. Can you write one conclusion for this model in the Padlet? If you want one conclusion, and we can see the conclusions. This is a collaborative idea, so we can try.
Make the students teach other students.
What?
Best way is for the students to teach.
Yes.
Okay.
So the students can be creative, doing any smart things.
Yes, I know. Go away.
So if you were to train a teacher what to do with these tools, what would you do? I mean, do we need to create specific activities with learning time? To say the student, with this tool you can use this and
Yes, and of course,
And
yes.
do this for
Yes, and of course,
students.
we can give them some ideas from these tools. We have initial ideas in our learning plans, and they can use these for their ideas.
So one learning plan would be a link to this tool and activities you can try. A link to this and activities.
Or to categorize the things, not all the things.
Well, I said.
Yes, a set of tools. About science, one set of tools, one set of tools about face recognition, about sounds, about, we can have a lot of ideas there, so we can have 3, 4, 5 different learning plans.
Yeah, I mean, like the ones with the sounds of the birds and animals, it can be a comparison between a teacher and a geographer. One, the animals, the other from the point of view of clouds, faces. Talking about projects, project to teachers. Yes, you're expecting us, you waiting for something?
We can defend problems, but it's not sorry, there are some answers there. I will try to arrange this. Yes, yes, of course. It is real time, this.
It's at the bottom.
Yes, yes, the bottom. I try to.
The second one, yeah, so given geometrical problems the geometrical problems. The second tool.
The second tool.
Similar. Can solve even geometrical problems like as a tool conference.
If you go to the web page, that only specific problems of geometry. Yes. Three types of geometry. I think parallel lines.
Triangles,
Maybe, yes. If you go to the website.
That one is actually word, in pure word, and solve the problem in different ways. According what kind of say, hypothesis and what kind of theorem you are studying.
But algebra and trigonometry because it's algorithmic.
But geometry, whereas the first year you will solve using the parallel lines or the triangles. If you are in the second year of the other
Problem solving. And geometry is a problem, but trigonometry, algebra, calculus, all of this.
Maybe 7 years.
Yes.
Maybe let me ask you which theorem.
Yes, you want to, yes, of course.
Okay. These are some conclusions. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Let's go to lunch.
No.